What up, world? Welcome to another episode of DSF After Dark. You know what I'm saying? As you see, currently we have my main man, Renard D. Williams, up top. We got my man, Mr. DL Garner, down below. Well, we're missing one person because he's currently MIA. I don't know. I'm sure he's gonna see this and then he's gonna chime in with his 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. But he'll come and join us in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But this is DSF Out the Dog, man. We doing it again because we had another epic ass game, and we felt like there were some things that needed to be discussed immediately prior to our recap show on Monday. So I'm gonna start with Mr. Garden since you checked on in here, sir. You know what I'm saying? How you have anything?
In the words of Benjamin Dennis, I plead the fifth. I have nothing to say.
He have nothing to say.
Hey, I'm gonna give all my time.
Okay.
To the man up top.
Me too.
So but I have nothing to say. So Brother Williams, unless Dennis has something to say, the floor is yours, brother.
I don't really have much to say, man. I'll just say this little snippet, man. And we kind of talked about it pre-show. This was probably one of the worst officiated games on both sides of the ball that I've watched in a while. There was terrible calls on Auburn and terrible calls on Penn State. There were calls that wasn't called. This is probably one of the worst officiated games I've watched in quite a while. Now, again, we don't blame this show. We don't blame the referees. We don't do that. But I'm just saying, just in context, this was a terribly officiated game. So, Mr. Williams, DSF Out the Dark. Hey, DL Garner, I got my drink. I just got my apple right now, you know what I'm saying? Because our shit just comical. So, there's no point in me getting faded off that shit. So,
yeah.
Mr. Williams.
I give my time to Brother Williams. Go ahead, brother.
Mr. Williams, the floor is yours, sir. And we will just feed off you and we will go from there.
Okay. So, excuse me, my voice again for a second Saturday is lost. Again. Let's start with the game. I'm gonna start positive. God done blessed me too much to be negative all the time. I'm gonna start with the positive. They saw the things that I thought I was going to see. I saw. I thought I would see a team that wouldn't quit. I thought I would see a tough team, which is what I did. I thought I'll see some issues that would need to be ironed out, which I did. I thought I would see everything I thought I was going to see from a Harsin-led team up to this point.
Okay.
Up to this point, I would say I would have liked to see. I think two things before we get into it. Number one, you saw tonight the difference when a team plays someone like a Wisconsin early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think you saw that. I think you saw the fact you saw a team that went on the road with brand new coordinators, brand new head coach, and played 2 games against lesser competition. I don't think they was not ready to step up to the plate. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about there's just certain things you can get execution-wise as you move forward. Nothing has changed my view of Harsin or the future of the program or anything of that nature at all. That's the sunshine. That's the truth. Okay. For his first real game, if you want to call it that, for his first real game, I don't really have an issue against it. He's working against some things that are just not going to be good enough for him to continue to move forward. Starting number one with the wide receiver play, the wide receiver issues, which was going to be a big issue going into this year anyway.
Right, because of the departures.
Well, the departures, the the talent that's there. There's talent that's there, but there's not too many dogs, I would call there. And everybody's welcome to say something in the comments. But I know there's some people that are watching that are just waiting to see what I got to say. But please say whatever you want to say in the comments. It doesn't really bother me. But this is DSF After Dark, right?
God damn it, that's what I was talking about. You was being too goddamn nice there, Mr. Williams.
No, this is just real. No, it's just real deal. This is just real deal Holyfield. I'm just giving you the real. That's all I'm giving you.
Now I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna say this. It's really not an ass. It's more so of a comment.
Go ahead.
Your defense, to me, for the most part, played a very solid ball game. To me,
you want me to give a grade by section?
With the exception of one kind of individual.
You want me to give by per unit? You want me to go D line, linebackers?
Per unit.
Okay. D line.
Per unit. That way we won't have to call nobody out individually. We'll go per unit.
No, the hell with that. I'm going to call somebody out individually.
I was trying to say.
No. This is hashtag DSF After Dark. Ain't no safe. Now, if in the run game, I got to get a D line a good grade, but the pass rush was 100% disappointing. And the pass rush really determined a lot of stuff that actually happened on the back end. It was part of the reason why they stayed in zone so much was because of you're not getting the pressure up front. That man-to-man ain't gonna work for so long. And y'all see the one time they did go to man-to-man. When they went to man-to-man that one time, and TD Motrick did not do the contain on the end, and he came in, he missed the tackle. You see it wasn't but green field for Mr. Clifford. And Mr. Clifford rolled, and that's what was going to continue to happen if they would have stayed in that man-to-man. But linebackers get a solid high grade for me.
Yes.
I mean, linebacker get a solid high grade for me. The back end gets a okay grade for me. Now, you want to talk about, to me, you start with getting outcoached. I think both coordinators got 100% outcoached. I think Derek Mason had too many adjustments. Like if you watch them pre-snap, it was only a few times they was actually set. That they was actually set going into all that kind of stuff like that. So you got that. But Smoke Monday.
Smoke. Hey, there here comes Smoke. Smoke.
You here? You here? Bring your ass to the front. Brother. No. Ain't no sitting.
Sit down, brother.
Bring your ass onto the front of the congregation. So the whole congregation can see.
We need to clip him.
Right. I have to be real careful about what I'm about to say.
These seam routes. Is these your responsibility, Smoke?
I'm not even gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far, sir. I'm not gonna go that far.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I'm just gonna say I just want to know on a play on the goal line how you move centimeters when the ball came to your side. That's all I want to know. I want to know on the goal line, bruh. Now I'm not saying you responsible for a bust, but you the senior leader back then, the safety. And I know it's a new scheme. I know it's all that, but bruh, come on to the front of the congregation for a minute.
You've been there a while, brother.
Let's talk. But bringing it back in, not do no rant, but looking at it, man, like for real, like the defense kind of did what I thought they was going to do a little bit. But for the most part, that back seven though, to me it's the calls and the adjustments. There was just like too much out of place. But in the end, I think you got out schemed. I think you got out coached. I think the character of who you was kept you in the game, 100%, 100%. Now I will give him credit for not giving up, because if there's a coach, if there's a person who coaches the Central Florida Golden Knights right now coaching that team, that game is 35. That game is 35-10. I give him that. But I mean, for the first time, for real game, and to see some things in there, I can't really just be pissed off. I can be mad about the mistakes, but it's hard for me to get mad when I really stop and think about it, because I really don't want to do that. That's take that fan hat and put the football hat on, and once I go back and watch it again, I'll just see some other stuff. But it's not as bad as I thought I was gonna be. But it's definitely a feeling like you let some opportunity slip through your hand. And going into it, what did we say? We said it was going to be an even game, right? It's going to be an even game, and the quarterback and the team who made the less mistakes was going to win the game. But Penn State looked like the better coached team on both sides of the ball. Really, Auburn looked better than they normally would, but Penn State just looked like a team that had it more together. Like I said, it looked like a team that been through a game. They've been through a game with another high-end D1 competition, because the game they had with Wisconsin.
Tuck will be here in a minute.
No, I ain't studying Tuck.
He just sent a message in the chat, said that he just
erased it.
He said
erase it. Ain't nobody
he said he just pulled up to the house.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tuck gonna be unreasonable.
Oh yeah. But okay. Well, since Tuck is coming, I'll save my comment.
Don't save.
Well, I was going to ask you about your feelings, because sometimes you got to start at the end before you get to the beginning. And I was going to ask you your thoughts about the 4th and 2, which seems to be right now a very, 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 very a very, very, very tight issue, a tight subject. It's 4th and 2. You've been riding tank till the wheels fall off the whole damn game, and with money on the line, I'm with the majority. I'm like, look, money on the line, that's been your identity. You've been feeding him the whole time. Put the ball in his hands one way or the other. Whether that's you hand it off to him, wildcat, throw it to him in the flat, whatever you want to do. The ball should have been going to number 4, whichever way you wanted to get it to him.
And here, I guess here's my thing when it came to all that. Yeah, Tank got to get the ball. However, it can't be in the same thing that it was in that 4th and 2 scenario. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what was your answer? That route, that option that they came up with was just terrible. Which to me was just terrible. But I guess when you take all of that out of it and you go back to it, like I said before, Penn State looked like a team that had played somebody. They looked like the better prepared team. They looked like a team who had been doing what they was doing, and all that other kind of stuff like that. And so the crucial plays in the game were the crucial plays that were made by the team that was more prepared to get it done. That's not nothing against Harsin. That's not nothing against any of them. But this is your first real game, and it's your first. You in Happy Valley. You're doing all the other things, and these are not excuses, just real reasons. Like you haven't had this pressure. You haven't had to do any of these other things. So when you get to this point right now, it's like, okay, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do? How I'm going to do this? This and that and this. And when you make those mistakes in those moments, it is what it is. Whether it's like bad play calling or bad execution, like I said, the team looks different. Like I've been saying, they're a different team. They're nowhere near the same type of, for lack of a better word, I ain't gonna say that word, of softer team. We knew that. I knew that part of it. I knew all about Harsin and all kind of stuff and everything that I had talked to people about. But I'm not, honestly, in the end, I'm not upset. I'm not mad because, they could have folded. And I think an old Auburn team would have folded. But you got to give Penn State the credit for making the plays that got to be made. And in the end, it was a good game. It was a good game. There's a lot of things you can harp on the Auburn end, a lot of things you can harp on the Penn State end. But I think it was a good game, and I think we need to see more games like that. Kudos to Auburn for scheduling a home with a Big Ten, because we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? SEC down here, we don't do that a lot. And
Aaron got a good point. I agree that Penn State been prepping for this game all year.
Oh, they were prepping.
They've been prepping because they knew. You know what I'm saying?
But also in the end, how you gonna come back from this? You see what I'm saying? Next week ain't gonna be the test for it. Oh, there go Mr. Angry coming in. Next week ain't gonna be the test for it. I forgot who. I think it's Georgia State.
But I can pull it up. Yeah, I think it's Georgia State. I can pull it up. Hold on.
It is Georgia State, but that's not gonna be the test. Test gonna be when you get into this grind, and next time you're in these situations, how are you gonna act? How you gonna get better?
It's Georgia State, then it's LSU.
Oh, okay. Well, it is what it is. But in the end, the game was a good, hard-nosed game. It was low scoring like we thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. But we said before, the teams had a lot of evens, but there was going to be some intangible and some things that were going to separate them. And in the end, that's what it came to be. That's what it came to be. So before we add the angry man in here, Dave, I would like to get your thoughts, sir.
Man, I think that it was. First of all, let me say this: I really enjoyed the game. Yes. I thought it was a good game. I really did. Bo Nix played a hell of a lot better than I thought he would.
What's up, Teddy? What's up, Coach King? I saw you today, bro. I saw you. Keep grinding. Keep doing your thing, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
No. I think Bo played a heck of a lot better than I thought he would play in that environment. So he showed a lot of growth tonight. Made a heck of a back shoulder throw.
He was killing that early
drive. So that was nice. I didn't agree with the play call on the fade route on the goal line. Right. I think that's kind of y'all alluded to that earlier, but I love the running backs. I think Tank and then your freshman, he's good.
Stevenson, is that his name? Stevenson.
Hunter. I like Hunter. Yep. I'm in love with the linebacker core. Number 20, the defensive end, was he 29?
Oh, Derek Hall.
Yeah, he's a specimen of a young man. I think overall, Auburn's gonna be okay. This is a tough game, man. Heck, this game is tough for anybody. I don't care who you put up there in that environment at night. And like you said, this is something that's not usual for an SEC team to go out of conference, traveling hundreds of miles away to that type of environment. So that's not normal. That name on a normal year, that probably is a neutral site game, for an SEC, for example. But my thoughts on the game, man, I really I really enjoyed it. We don't have any bashing to do. No. Auburn, I agree. Penn State looks like the more polished team right now. Looks like everything that they wanted to do was kind of flowing. They made a mistake.
Why Tuck always got the bad audio?
He's the show engineer.
Don't figure that. Who passed out that title?
First of all, hold on. Who handles audio again? Oh, my bad. See, I came up here and I came in here, like I said.
I promise you, God, you don't want Coach Shot today, do you?
No, I mean, let me tell you, it was. I didn't go talk with Smoke because that's one thing. It's not a big thing, but
so you just gonna come in here. You're gonna come in here and just take my damn time,
right? Because Dave,
You know what? I don't even want to talk no more, Tuck. You go ahead. You do your thing. You already 30 minutes late, and then you just gonna come right in here and just talk over me.
20 minutes.
Hey, 25. But tell him to find his homeboy, because I ain't heard that. Hey, Pat.
Hey, speaking of Pat and Tuck, Pat. Don't y'all owe me some money?
Pat definitely owe me some money.
Who I bet?
It wasn't me. I told you I wasn't putting no money on. Dog.
It was Tuck. I bet Tuck.
Was that our cash out game?
I think that was y'all. Yeah. I think y'all because I took
that was y'all too, bro. I ain't in there.
Because I went with Pat because I told her I looked into a dub on Pat.
Old day 10.
Yeah,
I should have bet y'all Florida State. That's what I should have bet.
You owe me 10 for that.
Hey, there we go.
This ain't about me. This ain't about me.
Look, can I look? Let me.
It's not your turn, Tuck.
It's not your turn. You late. You
I'm not done, Tuck.
Well, hurry the hell up and talk, man. Damn.
Shit.
Dang, you want me to put him in the back? You want to put him in the back?
No, don't worry about it. I yield my time to send it to Tuck. Because go ahead and send. Matter of fact, send me my money before you start talking.
Before you ain't talking.
Hold on.
You had 5 days.
Excuse me. Hey.
You see the manifest.
You two uncles. Can y'all hold on for 1 second? Hold on for 1 second. Can we go back to Day? I want to ask you though before Tuck get to talking and start acting crazy.
I'm not that crazy.
You said the things about Bo Nix and the improvements and some stuff that we saw. I think this year another thing is like I'm trying to figure out where was Capers and where was Cannon? These are the 6'3", 6'4" receivers.
I didn't see him.
Who should be the X receiver?
Yeah.
Cannon should be the X receiver, and I think that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, who is going to be this guy that's going to help carry this? Because here's my thing: if you're going to run the ball, you're going to be at physical. Then your receiving core got to be better. You got these tight ends that can catch. I just didn't see a lot of it. I'm trying to figure out, like, maybe that was a part of the game plan that I didn't know, I didn't see. But we knew going to this year, them young wide receivers gonna have to grow the hell up. And you know, I can't do the old Bo Nix thing. Not saying that he didn't make his share of mistakes as usual, but you know, my thing is, like, I felt like he was trying to manage the game. I'm talking about Carson them and the offensive staff was trying to manage the game like you had a freshman quarterback. This is game number 28. If you can't trust him now, then, and he played better, but win though. But the difference was, like, he used to usually lose games for you. This time he didn't lose the game for you, but he didn't help you win the game either. So I guess that's my question back to you. So now that you have reclaimed your time.
Yeah. I agree, and I think that I didn't see. You know, Auburn has always been known for having that 2 to 3 receivers that kind of jump out, at least 1 to 2 receivers that kind of jump off the screen at you. I didn't see that, and like you said, you got those other big targets, and we didn't see them tonight either. Who is number 5?
That's Kobe. That's Hudson. Kobe Hudson.
What's his classification?
Sophomore.
True sophomore.
Okay.
Sophomore.
Yeah,
and they put him in a bad position.
They did. They put. It looked like they trying to make him be that guy that we're talking about.
But the thing about it was he does have those skills. But my thing is, he's to me like more of a. He's not going to be that guy that's going to be separating and do it all the time. You got to give him the ball in space. You know what I'm saying? Like they were talking about Ricardo, like, you know, Hershey said like a Ricardo Lewis. But you got to get the guy. You got to get the guy in space. This is football stuff now. This ain't no fan stuff. It's like you got to get him in the right position. But it also means that other people got to step up, and give him that position. For Bobo and them to put him in that position to where he can. Now, he was a high school quarterback, but at the same time, I didn't think the play was necessary. The play wasn't necessary. I'm like, you're trying to do something. You're trying to do something that had nothing to do with nothing.
Look, that changed the whole dynamic of the game to me. I mean, going back, y'all said a lot of good things about Bo. The only thing I didn't like about Bo was throwing those passes that were lollipop. I didn't understand that.
I don't understand the lollipop either.
Huh?
I ain't understand the lollipop either.
I was like, why are they in the sky? Because if you're throwing like those first 2 games, if you're throwing the ball like on those darts like he's been throwing the first 2 games, those are scores. Because Robinson had separation, he just couldn't find the ball on one of them. But they're either here or there. Okay, so to me, the play that changed the game and changed the scoring dynamic was the fumble. If Kobe holds on to the football, that's a touchdown. He made the right read.
Right.
He did everything right. The only thing he didn't do was hold on to the football. Defensively, I think we're in a situation that we can't get a pass rush. That's the reason why we play so much zone. That's why they were getting a lot of stuff underneath. Then they started doing the underneath routes when they were doing the mesh. I couldn't tell because I was shooting the wedding, so I could tell they were doing the mesh stuff. You could tell they were doing rub routes. I think whoever the offensive coordinator for Penn State did a hell of a job. He mixed it up. They did a lot of unbalance. I don't think Mason adjusted to the unbalance because the tight end ran down the field wide open. Now the first half he ran down the field wide open one time and they didn't see it. That second time they saw it, and that's why he got the big game. I liked the play when they knew that they couldn't get when they were going for short yardage. They changed it up and went Wildcat with the big number 44. That was smart. You can tell that this team, that the offensive coordinator knew his personnel. Bobo, like I said, Bobo has been in times. Bobo has been like, I don't think he knows his personnel.
Hey Tuck, you want to know what was funny?
What?
They caught Harsin after one of them plays, and you could just see him with that hair rub, like, This mother.
Bruh, he ripped his helmet. I mean, he ripped his headset off one time, and I said, oh, I know he's cussing himself. To me, that play, like I said, the play call, the first play in the second half changed everything. And like you say, I think you said, why did we call that play? You know what I'm saying? What was that play necessary? Another thing, throw the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? Those bubble screens that we was calling, they were eating them up. I mean, they were eating them up for lunch. I think maybe one or two probably worked. If you see them biting up that early, you need to pump that and go deep with the guy that supposed to be blocking. You got to change it up. I mean, at Denmark, like I say, 100 boys, salute to you. Tank, salute to y'all. Because y'all boys did. And the offensive line did good too. As far as when it comes to run blocking and zone blocking, they did great. And they did inside trap. They did a great job. But
I think
Smoke.
like
I said, Smoke. I don't know, man. Smoke. After that sophomore year, Smoke has become a liability.
Well, they already know that he's a liability in coverage, okay? Because let's be real about it. Last year, neither one of them safeties was really great in coverage. Yeah. And I think that kind of got exposed last year. Mm-hmm. But now this year, you guys Smoke. Like, they literally are going after him. And that's great game plan. That's great everything. But
yeah.
But before we continue to go deep into this game about Mr. Nix and everything else, since this is DSF After Dark, Mr. Dennis,
what up,
brother Dennis?
What's going on?
The people were texting me saying, "I know y'all gonna go live after Florida State today," and I said, "Well, let me see." What we gonna do? And then I had to speak on what happened here. But before you get into it, I want to say this. And if Teddy is still on here, I hope he can chime in. There's just certain things you can see that's totally different about this team and about this culture and about what the mindset is. They just don't have everything together right now. But Harsin is that guy. I think he's the guy to lead them. Now, whether or not Bobo is the guy that's gonna still be there, is Harsin gonna get deeper back into the play calling more than what he needed to do? That's a question. But the team itself, as far as how it looks and how it's going, I think you can't be nothing but as an Auburn person or to watch football in general to be happy about the way it's going. But Ben, I think I gave you enough time, as they call it, filler time, to get your thoughts together.
I mean, at this point, this shit is fucking comical. I mean, look, they done sat around here and brought this damn one leg ass boy from UCF, and they done promised him the world. And then they done it to the point where you done pissed Jordan off, and you bring him in the game, and then and it's just like, yo, I mean, it's just like a collaboration of comedy gold, man. I mean, that's all you can think about it. My man out here dragging one leg, and you actually have the fucking audacity to call a damn QB power on 4th and 2. You go from one extreme of running Wildcat too damn much last week to when you needed to run the shit this week, you don't even call it, and you want to call it QB power.
Hold on,
McKenzie Milton.
Hold on, Tuck, before you ask this question, Ben. Because we heard you rant last week.
Yeah.
And I want the man smoking a hookah to chime in on this. So no. This is a real question. So you watched them. You watched what's going on. And now last week we was ready to fire Norvell. We said it's about Norvell. Now, is Norvell the answer? Do you have questions about Norvell the answer, or does he continue to need time to get what he needs done? I don't count last year. I don't count last year.
Yeah, Renard. He was getting a mulligan for last year, but he keep on going down this goddamn road. That mulligan gonna be washed the hell away. Because if you think for 1 minute that Malik ain't about to shred our ass next week, we about to be 0-4, bro. Seriously. Like, what have we seen in 3 weeks that make you think that we're going to be able to stop Louisville's offense? Now, Louisville don't have no D, but yeah. What we've seen nothing in the last 3 weeks that make you think that we're going to be able to stop Louisville's offense.
Okay, hold on, Ben. Mr. Gardner.
I'm on mute.
Hey, brother, you called my name?
Yes, sir.
You rang
I like you
Ray.
I'd like you to chime in for a second, sir. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I mean, you know what? I've been thinking about this all day. I've been very conflicted. Do you change course as a program now, like you did with Willie? That would be the fair thing to do, but would that be the best thing to do, being that the recruiting class that you're looking at you possibly may have?
That's number one why you can't do it.
Right. So I think we need to hold serve, but I will say this: as bad as it looks, our players do. I can see some silver line. Our players look better. They look like they're in shape. They look like ball players. They fly around and make plays sometimes. I just don't think they know where the hell to go. Sometimes
That's it.
And you know
That
some Dave, to your point, I think that when we came into the season, everybody was on the Fuller don't know what the hell he doing, blah 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 blah. If you go and you look,
They still want his ass fired.
But here's the reason. But here's the thing though, they want him gone, but it ain't his fault. Because think about it, even in this game right here, the defense only gave up one damn touchdown in the second half. And if you go back to the Jacksonville game, they only gave up one touchdown all the way up until the last 7 minutes of the game. The defense has not been as crazy as it sounds. The defense has not been the issue.
We can't go back to that game.
I can't learn nothing from that game.
Yeah, we can't.
Goddamn right, you can't take nothing from it.
Hold on, is that the I can't take nothing from a t-shirt turned inside?
Yes.
No, that one back there. No, I had no. This is
okay.
I want to see it.
This is turned inside.
You know,
but
look,
I want to see it. I want to see it. I got to see it today.
Man, this is what I got for you.
Hey, matter of fact, give me that shirt. I can't take nothing from it.
I can't take nothing from it. Boy, I never forget that ever life. But okay, so here's my question to y'all. I seriously do. I mean, this is for everybody. Do you think the offense is too complicated? Because this is what I see, and
he don't know. They don't. Okay. Exactly.
This is what I see. I see a lot of complicated stuff. I see a lot of guys running around like receivers. Like I saw 2 or 3 times. There's too many receivers in the same spot. I see offensive linemen going one way on a shift. I see them going separate ways or whatever. I see a running back that's not supposed to be in and block. I see stuff on offense. I'm like, okay, either the signs are not getting into the players or the players don't know the playbook. It's either or.
Here's the thing, so they don't.
Their execution has been horrible because
they don't know. They don't know what their identity is.
I don't know. Right, exactly. Because I think it's not baseball. Is supposed to be, you change your relief pitcher because you try to change up. But I think you keep bringing in Jordan Travis and you bring in Milton and you bring in Travis again and you bring in Milton, you can't get a groove.
You panic.
You can't get no groove, man.
That's the thing, so you panic. You came in the game with Milton as your starter. You run the ball. Corbin fumbles. Has nothing to do with Milton. Corbin the one that fumbles. He fumbles. Then the very next drive,
right?
You throw George Harris in. Like, what the hell are we panicking for? Like, if you came into the game and said Milton was the starter, what we panicking for like that on the very next drive? What we
right? That's what I said. When you said that in the chat, I was like, that didn't make no sense. But like
Corbin was the one that fumbled. Like
your offensive coordinator is 12 years old. He looks like he's 12. Dillingham.
Yeah, Kenny. Damn, man.
Dilly.
Hey, man. First, let's just start right here. We should have never got rid of Kendall. We should have never got rid of Kendall Brown.
What? Say that
You
again.
hang on to Kendall.
Is that?
Yeah. We should have gave Kendall whatever he wanted.
Yeah, you hang on to Kendall. You build around him because he's the one that he has the resume for the offense.
Sure, goddamn do.
He got that.
Let's go deeper, Dave. In the last 2 weeks, in the second half, we have scored a total of 3 points.
Bruh.
Really?
3. We scored 3 points against Jacksonville in the second half, and we scored nothing in the second half this week. We've scored 3 points in the last 2 second halves.
I can't blame the defense, coach.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, like, at some point, you got to say we scored 17 total points against Jacksonville and 14 total points against Wake.
Well, let me ask this. No. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask a question.
No, I don't have a question about that. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
I mean, because at the end of the day, his calling card is offense. So,
But you know what?
Fuller gonna be the one when he want to take the blame.
You know what scares me though, more than anything, even more so than the offense sputtering, it's the questionable decisions he make in the flow of a game. That what scares me.
Inside the 10 too. Think about that. How many times we done been inside the 10 and came away with nothing?
Have we converted a fourth down so far this year?
If we have, it was against Notre Dame.
Can I ask y'all? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead, brother.
I have a question. It's not about that. It's not about that because I mean, we beaten these teams to death. I have a question about what happened today.
Shoot.
In general, I think we said this when we were talking about our previews, like doing before the season. I said this would be I said because of the transfers, COVID last year, and where we were with everything, this would be a wild year, and it is starting to come to fruition in every way. Mm-hmm. Have y'all seen some of these teams that we talking about are quote unquote playoff competitors? Playoff. I mean, but here's my thing. Okay, take Alabama. I mean, even today, Alabama had their issue. I think it's going to be. I think this year is going to continue to get wilder because I think teams are getting acclimated into a whole different level of trying to get everybody on the same page. Actually, getting used to having one full season again. I mean, that's we said this. We said this back in early August when we were talking previews and stuff that this season was probably going to be a wild season. But like, I'm just going to throw this out here. I mean, let's start with Clemson.
Yeah, they gonna somebody gonna creep up and get them.
We talked about this beforehand. I think here's the thing. This thing gonna make Dave happy. I think what we're also seeing in college football, the stuff that we've been preaching about forever, is stop looking at the damn helmet.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Because I think a lot of people are continuously looking at the helmet and thinking, oh, this is such and such, they should do this. Y'all don't look at rosters. Y'all don't look at players. Y'all don't look at coaches. Y'all don't look at schemes. Y'all don't look at nothing. Y'all see something with a Tulsa name on it or with this other team name on it, and that's what you want to go by. Bruh, just like we had people transfer into these schools, you got people transferring to them schools. You got that 2021 class that got screwed out of recruiting. You got the fact that the talent gap was already closing. Okay? So let's be real about this. This might be a wild college football season for a few, and just don't be surprised about what's going to happen or what you may see. And I get it. It's a lot of Southeastern fans on our show, but bro, like, who looks good right now?
Besides the obvious, but yeah.
I mean, no, the obvious don't really.
But that's what I'm saying. Who right now after week 3? Who is just like, man, I know for a fact these look good.
The only one that I can see that may be trying to separate themselves from the pack, it might be UGA. But
I was gonna say UGA. I thought about UGA because UGA is doing their thing on the
outside. Offensively, I still gotta see them up against a decent defense. But
correct.
I gotta eat some crow too about Florida. I really didn't think they're going to
hold on, because this is a iconic moment in history. The floor is yours, first.
Oh yeah, you owning up to something? Go ahead. Yeah,
you owning up to something? Go ahead. Oh, now Are you threatening me, sir?
Oh no, I'm not. Okay,
no, go ahead. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I really got to eat some crow on the Florida pick because I like I said, if they score more than 10 points, I was like, that was my big bookie. But I'm really surprised about Alabama's. I think Alabama couldn't. I just really think they had a bad day today. I really do. I think they didn't execute at their fullest potential, and Nick Saban, look, you can tell when Alabama's gonna play bad because Nick Saban will come out and be mad the whole entire week. He's been preaching rat poison the whole entire week.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying he brings up a father story about his dad and talking about how his work ethic is. That means practice has been trash this week. And I should have read the tea leaves, but like I said, shout out to Florida though. They dug in there, and I really think that unfortunately, what's his name? The number 5, what's his name? Being
Oh,
Emory.
yeah, Emory. I
Emory.
really think he know he messed up because if he hands that ball off, number 20 walks in. He walks in, and it would have been 31-31. So I think he messed up, but other than that, he had a pretty good game.
He played
got
as good of a game. Like I said earlier this morning on the show this morning, I'm like, it's gonna come down to and like Renard was pointing out, there was a lot of other things that was going on besides him.
Right.
But he didn't cost them the game.
Right.
He did. He played as well as he could do.
He earned my respect today.
Right.
Way more than what I thought he would.
Yes.
Not because I'm talking about Emory
Jones
for Florida.
That's what I said. It was going. That's what I said.
But how much do you think it had to do with him not having to look over his shoulder today?
Now I'm gonna tell you right now. That's a damn good point. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, AR-15 is like an AR-15.
He sure is.
And if he's fully loaded, that's
he was doing backflips in warm-ups though.
That was the funny thing about it. He's doing backflips, and they talking. Yeah, he did a backflip during a warm-up, and Mullen was like, "Nah, we're not gonna push it." And I'm like,
yeah, that was kind of
to me that's quarterback controversy. If you ask me, that's all that was. I think he don't want him to. I mean, that's just me. I really think he wants to pay AR, but he doesn't want to. He wants to give Emory his due justice because Emory been there 3 years now, 4 years.
Yeah, he done sat for 3 years. He done sat and waited his time.
So I think he's trying to give him his due diligence. But bruh, if you want to win,
he earned it today, though. He earned it today.
If AR is in that game, I think Florida wins. I think Florida wins.
Hey, shout out to Florida offensive line too.
Yes.
When I said, this morning, I said the key to beating Bama or to even staying close is being able to dominate the offensive line.
You said it.
You start seeing Alabama blitz a lot. That means
that means they ain't getting no pressure with the front four. Yep.
Bama was dropping battle in below the 10-yard. Like if it was in the goal line situation, he was dropping in the box. Like he was always in the box.
And he set back. He set back too. I'm talking about Emory was just like standing back there. I'm like, if Emory's a little bit better of a natural passer,
that's it.
And we didn't get the coaching view, we didn't get the full view, so I don't know what was going on down the field. But the amount of time was kind of was shocking to me. Even though Will Anderson still Will Anderson,
they rank. Look, Renard,
but they contained Will Anderson a little bit.
They contained them at points in time.
That was at points.
Who was it?
Mr. Anderson. They contained him as much as they thought.
What's the defensive end?
I thought he was on field today.
Which one? Anderson? 31?
31. Who was that said he wasn't that good?
Oh, the LSU guy that was on our show. When I said, we was giving predictions, I said that Will Anderson might end up being the best linebacker / defensive end before in the country, and he was like, "Oh, he don't put on too much weight." I ain't heard from him since. I said, let me tell you something, bro. When Saban says, "Can't nobody in camp block him,"
that's saying so.
He was already balling last year. I didn't expect nothing but the best from that dude this year, bro.
But shout out to Billingsley too. He made a great play today. The only thing I see right now that's wrong with Bama is not a big thing. The only thing I see wrong with Bama is Tutu, the middle linebacker.
What's wrong with Henry Toto?
Bro, he's lost. I promise you. Go back and look at the film. He is lost. And on some of those coverages, he is lost because remember the tight end did a slip on the tight end.
Yeah,
he didn't know where to go. Like that whole fourth quarter, he was lost. So go back and look at film. I was like, damn, they was eating the middle up. They didn't eat edges up. They was eating that middle up.
You know
Let
how
me
it
ask
is
a
with me.
question. Let me ask a question to y'all.
Yeah, what's up?
We kind of started off talking about, we knew it was gonna be a crazy season. And it brings me to a point, and I want to reflect for like 10 seconds back to high school. Last night we saw J.O. beat Pinson, local school here. But I felt like Pinson took a step back. God damn. Hold up, Rod. Shit.
It's a diesel lawnmower.
It ain't your
Hey
what's
man,
the
this
name,
this
bro?
after dark, damn it.
It ain't your what's the name. It's when you pull your hooker.
It's your hookah, man.
Hookah. When you pull your hook, it's like you can hit a.
Oh, I
You
thought
hit
I
all
had it.
the.
I thought I had it muted. So it's like this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my bad. I
No,
thought
you
I had
good.
it muted. All right.
No,
So
you good. Go ahead.
I saw a team. I saw an upset last night, and I had to ask myself which team got better and which team didn't. So brings me to the day. Did Alabama get better? Did Florida get better? Did Bama take a step back? Had UGA have they taken a step forward? Who do you think has made that a positive transition from year to year?
Between number 3?
It could be anybody. I mean, because we're trying to figure out who's going to
I'm
be
looking at
that team. You know what I mean? Who's made strides?
as far as strides in the SEC. I mean, it's Georgia. I mean, but I can't say nothing for South Carolina today. But
Kentucky.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss defense.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't show that up today.
They up 60 something.
That was like, wait a minute. Oh, that was I was like, wait a minute. How did they do against Tulane today?
I mean, they was there.
It's
I can't lie. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do. I had these 2 TVs going. I got 4 games on this one, and a game on this one, and the iPad going. So I had like 6 games going. So sometimes I see stuff. I be like,
I put it like this: they've held Tulane at this point to less points than Oklahoma. It's 61-21.
But I mean,
but that's not
Thompson
saying
High School. Thompson High School could probably hold. Oklahoma B is better than the Oklahoma defense, bro.
I mean, we can't compare that right now, being that.
No,
matter of fact,
Ole Miss was historically bad on defense last year.
Matter of fact, don't even say Oklahoma on this show in defense. Don't say Oklahoma and championship. Don't say Oklahoma and nothing except for. Unless we talking we talking about the bottom 10 teams in the top 25, then we can talk about Oklahoma.
Okay, so all right, this is where back to the Auburn game. So if that's a Gus Malzahn team that goes up in the Happy Valley, what do you think would have happened?
I already told you 35-10.
Oh, I wasn't here for that. I'm sorry.
My bad. I said 35-10.
Thank you. That's the same. I think the same exact thing. It probably would have been worse because there was no flow. You know, you could tell. The thing about this team I see is when they made a mistake, they didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go rushing straight to like, oh, woe is me type stuff. So I think that Bo was trying to. I think they kind of, like you said, they kind of took the keys away from him. They got him held back a little bit. I think he's thinking. I still think he's thinking too much. I think he needs to just let it rip and play football. But that's a Gus team, bro. It would have been terrible.
It's the small things though. It was the time that he was rolling out the pocket. Well, last year he would have tried to throw it back across the field when you don't want to throw it through no man land. He would throw it away. It's the small crap with him compared to the other stuff.
Another small thing, he stepped up in the pocket tonight. When the pocket started collapsing on the side, he stepped up. When he passed the line, what was brilliant? He passed the line of scrimmage. He pump faked the ball. He was way past the line of scrimmage. Oh, but he still went for it. Back if this was Gus, he would have tried to run around the whole world trying to get a pass and try to make a play.
Well, also, I mean, I give Bo the good. Gotta give him the bad.
Of course.
The bad is, bro, like if old boy got hands, that's a pick 6.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm still looking at like that's the second time in a row you stand that receiver down,
and
coming off that.
He jumped it.
He jumped it. So it's like it's that little stuff like that.
You talk about on that out route?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he jumped.
You know what? I don't know if y'all remember, but I mentioned that one day I was out training with little Dave. We was out at Fairfield High School, and I stood on that opposite hash and looked how far that throw is. That's an out. That's a long throw, Doc.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and if you jump it, it's a long throw. And if you jump it at the right moment,
it's usually nobody else over there. It's usually gone.
And he still and the Jackson's credit, he still almost caught the ball. And that was and the thing is, if he would just concentrate just a little bit more, he's almost caught the ball. But I think, like we said, we're missing Capers. We're missing what's the other tall guy name? Canyon.
Yeah.
I think it was Canyon. I think he's still scared about his leg.
Or you know, if some people would have had a better advisor, I don't know, number 18. Maybe he went pro and then not be getting cut and trying to make teams right now. However, I digress.
Is that
I'm digressing here because see y'all trying to pull this out of me.
Schwartz too.
Hey, did you just see the play the BYU and Arizona State game?
He just straight choked that dude, man.
What's the score of that game, by the way?
It's 21-17.
BYU threw an interception. The dude took out down the sideline,
hawked him down,
knocked the ball out of him.
He literally punched it out of him. He punched it out of him.
But I mean, like I said, I give Bo more credit because I actually saw his head snap.
Exactly. I'm seeing it.
Snap back. But I'm saying it's going to be small, but you know, to go in the environment, it is what it is. But what else y'all saw today, man? What else y'all saw today in college football that you were just like, damn?
What you think about the Cincy and Indiana game?
Cincy has his way of wearing you down. When I was first looking at that game, I'm like, boy, they go my ticket. That was the first thing I was thinking. But I think in the end they warm down. They kind of like they play their ball, but are they playoff worthy? That's a hell of a no. That team they had last year, no, not on D, no.
Come on, man.
Did you watch that game? Did you watch?
I did. I watched.
And you thought that Cincinnati D is gonna hold them all year long? I like Cincinnati. Don't get that twisted.
Right, okay, here, like I said, I think like I do agree to you to some certain extent, but for a playoff team, you got to go through some adversity. I mean, you got to go through something. Indiana, we all thought Indiana was there this year. Remember? Don't forget that.
No, I'm not hating on the fact they played Indiana. Yeah, it's just like when we looking at teams. I'm just looking at it on an overall basis.
Okay,
of putting that team in there.
Don't forget now when they needed a turnover down in the goal line, old Buddy stepped up. Number 0, the line.
I mean, they got good play. I didn't say they were slow.
Well, I guess too. It will depend on how Indiana finished their season.
Right. Well, and they still got Notre Dame too.
Mm-hmm. And they still got Notre Dame.
Cincy still got Notre Dame.
Right. Yeah. So if Cincy beats Notre Dame, and then Indiana can get maybe to a Big Ten championship,
it changed perception.
It can change.
When I was watching defense, I just didn't feel like last year. I thought they had it. Like I really thought they could really be. I thought they really could be.
Right.
With Freeman running the show, in the way I thought, okay, just like the way Georgia could have been a playoff team last year. You saw how good that bowl game was, even though it's an exhibition. You know how we feel about all that sometimes, but it felt different. Yeah. It felt different. Like I don't know, but they did. I mean, they did show the heart to pull it off. But bruh, speaking of, let's stay in that same state. Ohio State ass is in trouble.
Bruh, Michigan gonna win this year. I'm going ahead and say it.
No.
Yes. Watch what I tell you.
Nope.
Watch what I tell you.
Every time, this ain't the first time we believe. Nope. I'm not.
Watch what I tell you. I see seriously think this is Michigan's year, and I still think Penn State probably will win the Big Ten. But I really think this is Ohio State is in trouble, bro. They are in deep trouble.
Let me ask you a question.
Keep squeaking by and keep maintaining.
Let me ask this question. If Ohio State's in trouble, if Clemson's in trouble, okay, if Oklahoma's in trouble,
Alabama.
If Alabama not looking like this, but I have a feeling that Alabama. Out of all those, I have a more feeling Alabama gonna bounce back. Okay?
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
so does this change your playoff outlook?
Oh,
heck yeah.
So what if you just think of the day? Just give me your 14, or just give me a team. Give me a team in the chat, people. Give me some teams in the chat.
Okay,
I'm gonna say off the top, I'm gonna say Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Maybe
Georgia.
let's say I'll throw Penn State or Michigan State.
Yep.
I'm probably leaning towards Penn State.
I'll lean more towards Penn State. But Michigan State did come in. I mean, I still play Alabama. I'll put Alabama, Penn State.
I'm gonna get an SEC too. I'm gonna get
UCLA and Georgia.
I gotta give Georgia and Bama.
You see another scenario where it's gonna be like that, and the way this year going, it could very well be that way too.
But check this out. UCLA is losing right now to Fresno State.
And Fresno State not a bad team either.
Not a bad team, but they should be beating Fresno State though. I mean, should be. You said after you said that makes me really look at LSU right now too. So I'm like, bro, what happened?
I'm not talking about LSU no more.
Yeah, we already know they.
What was the final score of the Jackson State game?
I think it ended 12-7.
12-7.
12-7. Jackson State lost. In the
what?
Quarter. And I'm gonna tell you another shocker. I'll tell you another shocker.
Plus 17, baby.
We didn't bet this game or talk about it, but Alcorn almost beat South Alabama.
Yep.
For real?
They lost 8-21 to an interception on the goal line. So we had a good showing today.
And to Renard, credit what he just said earlier too. When Renard said the class of 21 got screwed because of the talent gap, and all those kids went to different schools. A lot of those kids went from HBCUs. A lot of those kids. You're seeing that. You're seeing it because, and then of course Dion doing a pretty good job with Jackson State. I would never have thought that they would be in the game with Monroe.
Y'all really love Michigan State. I feel you. I see you.
I mean, right now.
I mean, now
right
once
now.
they get in the Big Ten play, and we'll see how that go.
If Michigan can play up to their caliber, then what they do, I'm telling you, y'all,
I agree with you on that because it just doesn't seem like.
Let me see something.
It just seems like when it comes to Ohio State and some of these other teams this year. I don't know who's unbeatable. But I tell you what though, speaking of players, I want everybody on this chat, whoever watching, when you watch on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, if you're not watching Jordan Davis from Georgia, number 99,
put him in the Heisman race.
First of all, his name on this show is Mr. All Gaps.
All gaps.
Now, if y'all been with us a long time, when I say long time, a couple years ago when Montravius Adams was at Auburn, David called him famously Mr. 1 and 3 gap. Okay?
Look.
Jordan Davis is all gaps.
All gaps.
And if you don't believe me, you need to go watch the SEC Network video of him chasing down that quarterback last week. This man is 6'6", 350 pounds. And he run like an outside linebacker.
Let me tell you. Did you hear the quote that he said the reason why he runs so fast? He said the reason why he runs so fast because his dog always gets away from him.
Damn.
So he like, look.
So he has to chase his dog. He has to chase his little dog around. So that's the reason why he runs so fast. Because he got to make sure he doesn't die.
The defense, man. Did
y'all see that Combs, like whichever one, is not even the one calling the plays no more?
Nope.
Yeah, they shifted him around or whatever they did.
Bro, that is not a good sign when your DC in the middle of the season not calling plays, i.e. a few years ago with which was the coordinator from Bama?
Bro.
Which was the coordinator from Bama that wasn't really calling the plays at the end? And what's name was end up calling the play or whatever. But I mean, it wasn't a good sign. With the fact that if Saban's spending more time in the defensive room, it's not a good look for you.
Not at all.
I tell you what's up with Michigan. It
was Golden. Golden was the one. Yep.
So we'll see how Michigan look in 2 weeks. They got Whiskey in 2 weeks. So we'll see how they look then.
Right
They got
now,
Rutgers
right
next week.
now,
They
I
should
say they
beat
beat
Rutgers.
Whiskey.
All right,
They
so
beat
what's y'all? So we've had another crazy day, man, and we still got a good game going on right now with two ranked teams, Arizona State and BYU. Like we've seen a lot of games. What is there any games that y'all seen, man? Not just us, people in the chat. We want y'all to chime in. Is there any game that y'all saw today you just made you shake your head again? Okay, first of all, shout out to the dude at Oklahoma with the interception.
Boy,
With
you
the
see that one
interception.
arm?
That's what I'm talking about.
But it was joking. He was like, the coach was like, Lincoln was like, man, I almost challenged it myself. Like, I almost
I'm
challenged
like,
it
bro,
myself.
I don't know what else to tell you.
I mean, for what games I did see, I did because that's one good thing about having a staff. You let them do everything. You try to watch football, but
Humble brag.
I said, I mean, for the games I did see, I'm still shaking my head at Ohio State. I thought they'll bounce back from Oregon. They'll put some names up against Toledo. They didn't do that. That's pretty much it. I mean, other than that, I mean, because we all knew Michigan State was gonna beat Miami. I think somebody did pick Miami. Oh, my bad. I keep forgetting, Renard. No,
I can't believe you actually thought I picked Miami.
That's why I keep forgetting. I was like, why I keep thinking you picked Miami.
I don't know why.
You want Miami?
Sometimes you gotta go out. You gotta go out on a leash there, buddy. But speaking of leashes, you can go on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. What? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, we just got the confirmation from U-Haul that they will be at Manny House.
Manny, bruh.
They said they got to stop in Baton Rouge first, but they'd be happy to come down to Coral Gables and pick up another option.
But you know what though? On that game, it's not even so much that they lost; it's how they lost. It's like Michigan State just did. It was to the point where it started to be like, come on, man. Michigan State was just like, okay, you gonna blitz me? Okay, I'm just gonna throw it in the flat. Okay, you gonna go to the outside? I'm just gonna run it up the gut.
What's the transfer from Auburn named Renard? Joyner from Michigan State.
That's David homeboy, Harold Joyner.
How did he do?
I think he hurt. I heard he got hurt.
He got hurt the first game. Then he came back yet.
He had plays in.
Okay. Man, he was looking like a beast that first game, man. That's why I kind of like, man, we still playing.
And I think for them, for that fan base, they barely beat App State, and then 2 blowout losses like this, man. This just the people that didn't like Manny Diaz going into the season. They ain't, and then the fact that he done took over play calling on the defense, that just makes it even worse because he's calling the defensive plays, and it's just like you just getting out coached on that side of the ball. Like Michigan State had an answer for everything they did.
Well, I be there. West Virginia won.
Oh yeah, Memphis and Mississippi State. I didn't see that. But Sean tried to bet me on that game, and I bagged out because I don't know what my boy Mississippi State gonna do.
Bro, and I would have had to step in and say that game wasn't that bet wasn't no contest after seeing the punt return.
I ain't seen that yet.
Oh, you need to go see it. Look up the punt return that Mississippi State punted the ball. And the guy batted it, and the other guy touched it dead. Well, he thought was touching it dead, right? Well, the referee was coming in, getting ready to do this, and blowing his whistle. The guy from Memphis picked the ball up after Mississippi State had touched it. Everybody thinking it's dead, and ran the play back for a touchdown. For a touchdown, and did not review it.
Wow. SEC, I was gonna say something about that one.
I
said got to. SEC, I was gonna say something about that because
the ball was dead once they touched it.
Yeah, because it's not NFL. NFL, you do have to pick the ball up. The NFL, you can't just. But in college, once you touch the ball, it's dead. Wow.
Yeah, you see it. Check it out.
You do know some of those officials are NFL officials too. So
I really don't want. I didn't want to go down that path tonight talking about refs because they just had a bad goddamn day everywhere.
Yeah, they did.
I heard they had a bad. I heard they had a bad day against Auburn too because then they messed up. I think you said something. I saw you in the chat say something about some downs or something like that.
They messed up the downs, and I was like, wait a minute, because when It was first down, and they called intentional grounding on that crazy ass call, which I had never seen before in my life. That I don't know how that was intentional grounding. And then turned around, I'm like, okay, well, it's second down. And then it was second down, and then they ran a play, but then it was third down. Well, it was third down, and the punt team came out on third down.
Yeah.
But the marker, they didn't change the marker on the sideline. So Penn State ran the punt team out. Auburn looking crazy. They ran their punt team on, and then it was just like
exactly.
And then it was like then they brought it up later to figure out that it was wrong. Between that and that targeting, bro, I'm just like, you know what?
Something got to be
done about this target.
Hold on.
Okay.
Ross Dellinger tweeted out tonight. Ross Dellinger, the head writer for SI, said that it is already in the works. There will be a targeting 1 and there will be a targeting 2 coming up here real soon. Not of course not in this season, but like
right, next year.
It's probably gonna happen.
Because, bro, I mean,
it's ridiculous.
Are you talking about the Kobe McLean hit?
I'm talking about the whole internet was blowing up about that hit. They were like, I just don't know what football no more.
It was shoulder pads. I was like, you can see that. And you knew they took their time, because that's why I was talking to one of my clients, and he was like,
he just humble bragging all night, ain't he? Okay. Mm-hmm.
I was talking to one of my clients, I was like, how did that happen? And he was just like, I was like, the same thing. Well, who humble bragging? Me?
You missed the joke, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Anyway. So I was just like, bro, how is that targeting, dog? And he was he's an Alabama fan. He's like, bro, that's not targeting. He hit him with the shoulder pad, and his shoulder pad made his head bobble a little bit.
Well, the problem is that if you don't get down low with him, then he's gonna stretch out and score.
Right.
So, but the thing about it was, this is what it was. This guy said targeting rules need to be changed. If this is going to be called targeting, it's got to be changed. And this one, Ross said, I promise you it's coming. There will be a tier 1 penalty, but no injection. Mm-hmm. And a malicious tier 2 penalty plus ejection, but it's coming.
It's past time, bro.
They don't even kick you out in high school for targeting.
Right.
Nope.
Right. And they don't in the pros.
But if it's considered a personal, if I'm not mistaken, if it's considered a personal foul, you get 2 of them again. You get 2 personal fouls per game
in pros,
and then you get kicked out of the game.
And that's it.
I mean, you see,
and that's what it should. And to me, that's what it should be. It should be the same. Right with that.
We've been saying this shit for 3 damn years.
Yeah, because you get 2 in the game, it's like, dude, okay, you need to go. All right, dude. Yeah. We can't forgive you for 2 damn targets. Or
if it's just malicious. If it's malicious, then I get it. But like that play, man, like I felt so sorry for Jacoby, man, because I'm like, that's why he was on the ground crying. Like, that's a senior, wants to play in this environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just. I get it. I get the letter of the law at the time, but you know, I've been screaming that crap for a while. For a while about that because that target, and it's gonna hurt somebody again this year. Watch. Mm-hmm. Watch and see. It's gonna get somebody. It's gonna get somebody again this year. But it was crazy. It was another crazy day. Even though we still got a couple games, man. So we've been down about an hour. So y'all know y'all love some DSF after dark. Even though we ain't get as bucket somebody did last week.
I was drinking last week.
Oh, okay. Now you sleeping.
No. I was drinking last week. No, I told I ain't gonna let live if you get my pressure up no more, man.
Hey, is Texas A&M the real deal?
No. Not with that backup.
Mm-mm. They can make some noise with the original starter would have been playing with the backup. No,
not with that backup. Nah.
I mean, I just don't see I put like this. Like they're good. Spiller's a really good back. They got some weapons, but
it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, Aaron. The way this thing rolled, it's gonna get worse.
I mean, what old boy is good, but I mean, I'll put like this: he's not what their level expectations is right now.
Correct.
If that makes sense.
I'm about saying, to your point, they got Arkansas this week. So then we'll find out a little more about them this week.
Oh yeah, because they both. Who you talking about? Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. They got.
I was about to bring up Arkansas. Them Razorbacks.
They got Arkansas this week coming.
The Fighting Sam.
And It's in Arkansas.
Ooh.
Or
Yeah.
is it at
Are you sure
Jerry
it's in
World?
Arkansas?
It's at
Not-
Jerry
Oh
World,
well,
right?
Jerry. Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it
they
said
all
they got Arkansas as the home team, but they might play
Yeah.
in Jerry World.
they play at
they
Jerry
play
World
Jackson.
every year.
Yeah.
So there you go. So we'll find out a little more about them Saturday.
They got some good pieces.
Right.
I don't know why I look at
That's a
them and
good.
be like,
That's
yeah,
a good game. That's a
yeah.
good game every year too. That's a good
It
game.
always is one. Even when Arkansas ain't been good,
Every
it's
year.
been a
That's a
good
good
game.
game.
They play them tough. Yeah. So we'll find out a little more about them this week for sure.
And
But anyway,
Auburn got Georgia. Auburn got Georgia State.
yeah, I'm not watching.
Me either. Alabama got who?
Ben, research department.
I
I
got
can't
you.
remember right now.
I got you.
I'm trying to look at it because Georgia got to play the SEC team this week, don't they?
They play
got
South Carolina today.
And they play who they
No,
play this
Alabama got Southern Miss this week.
week? Okay.
They got Ole Miss the following week.
The following
On the
week.
second.
Who?
I'll
Oh
be
yeah,
there.
they damn sure do. They damn sure
They
do.
got Southern Miss this week, and they got
I'll be in Baton Rouge that week. That's
right.
gonna be a good day for football too.
With the second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yep.
need.
It ain't good for ninth, but the second.
I want to go to a night game with LSU, but at the same time, I don't want to go to a game. I don't want to go to a night game with LSU, but I'll be there. So I'll be on location. I'll be on location on the second for down south football. So yeah.
When are you not on location for down
That
south
is
football
true,
on Saturday?
That is true too.
You have to listen to the Chevy truck ram up all the way through.
Mm.
Can't hear shit else but the Chevy truck going.
The pipes, we like the pipes. But yeah, I can't wait for the rest of the season. You know, I'm usually after Auburn lost, I'm just like, man, you know what? Forget the world. But I mean, I'm still excited for the season. I really am. I just want to watch. I just want to sit back and watch football. And I think I'm getting like Renard now. You know, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Just let me see watch some good football.
I mean, it's to me, if you're talking about Auburn stuff, it's all about the progression because it's like you already were looking at 7-5, 6-6, possibly 8-4 going into it. Now you're looking at more of 6-6, 7-5. So it's like you weren't even looking at that, but you're looking at the foundation. You weren't looking at anything else but the big foundation.
To the credit, I really right now I still the only two other SEC teams I see Auburn probably losing to is Georgia and Alabama. I don't see nobody else scares me. Oh wow. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that.
Sean said give David time back.
I gave him his time. He had enough time today.
I mean, I don't even want it back, Sean, honestly. But Sean wanted to bet me next week because I can use what I won from Ben and Pat today to bet Sean. So
you went nothing for me today.
I said Pat, not Ben. I mean Tuck.
Oh,
I get to spend some blue 5 money this week. So
Pat missing right now.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Pat.
Let me tell you something. Trust me, you'll be spending that. You'll be getting that money right back to me next week. So.
Missouri and Boston College, and it was another one, Sean. You mentioned it was what was the other? He said Arkansas. It was the Arkansas and Texas A&M.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game.
We talked about the Baylor and somebody else too.
Don't pick Baylor.
Yeah, rock with the Arkansas and Texas A&M. Yeah, yeah.
Could they pick Baylor so many times?
Yeah, don't pick Baylor. They right up there with West Virginia for you, man. You don't fool. And they won today.
Every show last year when Baylor played, he picked them. I was like, oh, this is nice.
West Virginia is your Big 12 champion.
I'm about to say, and they won today.
Woo!
Hey man, hey, can y'all answer me this? Tuck. Yeah, well, Pat ain't on here. Hey man, can you tell me what the deal is? What did Auburn do to Big Cat, man? Because now he tweeting.
Are you serious?
Now he tweeting. Now after he made his comment earlier.
I'll look at it. So
I need to know. Did
Big
they screw him out something?
Okay, this is down south football, right?
Correct.
Okay, this after dark, right?
Correct.
Big Cat. You can tweet me whatever the fuck you want to do. Fuck you, dog. You know you little soft pants ass bitch. You pussy, dog. You a big ass pussy. That's all the fuck you are. You can tweet me. You can quote me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Big Cat. Oh, punk ass dude. I can't stand that bitch, dog. Like somebody else called him instead of big cat, you is little pussy cat. Fuck him, bro. Fuck him. And I'm taking the high road saying some shit. Fuck him.
On that note,
a fucking tweet. This
On
bitch.
that note,
Anyway,
on that note,
we appreciate
Fuck
y'all.
yeah.
But anyway,
appreciate y'all for tuning in.
appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Go to DSFpodcast.com to see the merch and get your merch and check the episodes out, man. We got more stuff coming.
Piss me off.
Hey, make sure if y'all don't do nothing else, seriously. Make sure y'all do nothing else, man. Make sure all y'all that got the Facebook symbol up, make sure you subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. We're gonna have some stuff that's gonna be exclusively just on YouTube. So make sure you go there and do that. Look at Arian and said, well, this
Once again.
I was doing good tonight. Renard should have said that shit on live. He should not have said that shit.
Well, you know what?
I think
I've been
Big
holding
Cat
back.
is trolling, man.
I think he is too.
He
doesn't have the stats. First of all, this nigga don't have the stats to troll.
Hold on.
He don't, dog. He don't have the stats.
Senator.
About it.
Senator.
No, this ain't senator. This is hood.
Well, look at here, little Ricky.
No, look
at here, little Ricky. I'm just saying. I think Big Cat, truth be told, I think he was really pissed off about the way that people perceived him after last year, and that he wasn't 100%. Can you let me finish my point before you?
I didn't say nothing. I'll let you finish. Okay.
Before he started, you know what I'm saying. But I feel like that he really was kind of pissed off about the fact the way things kind of ended and the perception of who he was, and a lot of things that have been said about him. And he's had a pretty good go at it so far. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's something more there than that than meets the eye. As like Ben was talking about with PK Sam and all the other stuff, it's always something there more.
Something else. It's something else, whatever it is.
Here's the thing. I defended Big Cat last year on a whole bunch of stuff because he was hurt. I really did. I defended him on a lot of stuff. But here's the thing. Huh?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember his shoulder. His shoulder. Yeah, his shoulder was hurt. But I defended him because Auburn people was always talking about Big Cat and all that. But when you decide just because Gus leaves and you want to go to UCF, and then I was like, okay, I understand Gus is your guy, but bro, don't come at Auburn people or the university because like they did you wrong. That was my whole issue. Auburn, he swore up and down Auburn did him wrong, but I mean, your freshman year, you didn't do shit. Your sophomore year, you didn't do shit. Your junior year, you was hurt. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. But, bro, I need some stats to show me that you did some shit. And just like my cousin Mike Goggins said, who played defensive end at Auburn, bitch, just shut up. I mean, you just didn't play good. You know what I'm saying? Just don't badmouth people that, that Auburn took, because Auburn took care of you, dog.
Ben. Give it the tuck. Bang!
Bang! Bang! Bang!
Man, I do. Fun fact. Fun fact. Big Cat's a hoe. There you go.
Anyway, that's it. I'm out, bro. Hey, man, look, we gotta go, man. We'll see y'all later next week, man. DSFpodcast.com. This has been DSF After Dark. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know where to follow us at, man. Y'all know how it goes. We'll see y'all soon, fellas. Hope y'all enjoy another crazy Saturday. We out.